Welcome to CIS 103, Management Information System, MIS. Section 1, Introduction to Management Information System, MIS. Introduction. Imagine you are keeping record of your daily activities, such as agenda, budget, study period, to mention a few. What information volume will you obtain? As level of information needed for day-to-day activities increases, more data are being stored and linked. Man began to analyze this information, bringing further detail, creating entire management reports from the raw stored data. In this section, we shall consider the meaning of MIS, its goals, characteristics, advantages, and the general concept one needs to know about MIS, because the constituents of MIS are common terms used on daily basis in industries, offices. Understanding of every concept is as easy as the terms themselves. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to explain the meaning of MIS, enumerate the characteristics of MIS, state the advantages and disadvantages of MIS, highlight the problems of MIS, outline the basic components of MIS, discuss the values of MIS. Management Information System. Let us start this session by introducing the concept of MIS. MIS is the acronym for Management Information Systems and pronounced as separate letters. MIS refers broadly to a computer-based system that provides managers with the tools for organizing, evaluating, and efficiently running their departments. MIS is an analytical tool that enables the integration of data from different business applications, internet, different modules, and business functions. It converts data from internal and external sources into information. This information is communicated in an appropriate form to managers at different levels in a business to enable them to make effective decisions. Management Information System focuses on the management of information systems to provide efficiency and effectiveness of strategic decision-making. The concept may include Systems Timed Transaction Processing System, Decision Support System, Expert System, or Executive Information System. A Management Information System, MIS, is a process that provides information needed to manage organizations effectively. It is regarded to be a subset of the overall internal procedures in a business which cover the application of people, documents, technologies, and procedures used by management personnel to solve business problems such as costing a product, service, or a business-wide strategy. Have you worked with an information system before? Management information systems are distinct from regular information systems in that they are used to analyze other information systems applied in operational activities in the organization. Characteristics of MIS. MIS should have the following features: multidimensional view of data, advanced calculation options, current position statement of a company, business reviews of specific sectors, working with time series and trend modeling, option of integrating data from different data sources, ability to process and analyze huge amount of data, and plan input and review of data also through the Excel interface. What benefits do you think MIS offers to users? Advantages of MIS. And MIS provides the following advantages. It facilitates planning. MIS improves the quality of plans by providing relevant information for sound decision making. Due to increase in the size and complexity of organizations, managers have lost personal contact with the scene of operations. It minimizes information overload. MIS changes the larger amount of data into summarized form and thereby avoids the confusion which may arise when managers are flooded with detailed facts. MIS encourages decentralization. Decentralization of authority is possible when there is a system for monitoring operations at lower levels. MIS is successfully used for measuring performance and making necessary change in the organization plans and procedures. It brings coordination. MIS facilitates integration of specialized activities by keeping each department aware of the problem and requirements of other departments. It connects all decision centers in the organization. Management Information System. It makes control easier. MIS serves as a link between managerial planning and control. It improves the ability of management to evaluate and improve performance. The use of computers has increased the data processing and storage capabilities and reduced the cost. MIS assembles, processes, stores, retrieves, evaluates, and disseminates the information. Problems of MIS. Now, let's consider the bottlenecks associated with MIS as highlighted below. 1. It is highly sensitive, thus requires constant monitoring. 2. Budgeting of MIS is extremely difficult. 3. Quality of output is governed by the quality of input. 4. It lacks flexibility to update itself. 5. Effectiveness usually decreases due to frequent changes in top management. 6. It takes into account only qualitative factors and ignores non-qualitative factors like morale of worker, attitude of worker, etc. Basic components of MIS. Here we want to look at those components or terms associated with management information systems. These include data, information, instruction, database, decision support systems, DSS, and application. Data. Raw facts often in the form of figures, numbers, text, images, and sounds obtained from observations, surveys, or experiments that are suitable for storage in computer used as a basis for making calculations or drawing conclusions. Data represent quantified actions, events, or objects. Information. The meaningful material derived from the computer data by organizing and interpreting it in a specific way. Information is actually a data that has been put into a meaningful context and communicated to the receiver, who will use it to make appropriate decisions. Instruction. This is a code that tells the computer to perform a particular operation. A set of instructions ordered to produce a particular action when acted on data is known as a program. Relationship between data, information, and instruction. From the above definitions, it is a clear fact that data constitutes the raw materials for producing information. Conversely, information is a meaningful time gotten after processing data. But one thing we should not forget is that processing has to be in specified manner. That is to say, there must be a third party for data to be converted into information, hence the importance of instruction. It is the instruction that indicates how the data will be converted into the meaningful information. Therefore, it is the instruction that specifies the operation to be carried out. Database. Database is a systematically arranged collection of computer data structured so that it can be automatically retrieved or manipulated. In all management information systems, it is the database that stores the information accessible in order to facilitate organizations' decision-making or planning. Database is a collection of information organized in such a way that a computer program can quickly select desired pieces of data. You can think of a database as an electronic filing system. Traditional databases are organized by fields, records, and files. A field is a single piece of information, a record is one complete set of fields, and a file is a collection of records. For example, a telephone book is analogous to a file. It contains a list of records, each of which consists of 3 fields: name, address, and telephone number. An alternative concept in database design is known as hypertext. In a hypertext database, any object, whether it is a piece of text, a picture, or a film, can be linked to any other object. Decision Support Systems, DSS. The term Decision Support Systems refers to an interactive computerized system that gathers and presents data from a wide range of sources, typically for business purposes. DSS applications are systems and subsystems that help people make decisions based on data that is called from a wide range of sources. For example, a national online bookseller wants to begin selling its product internationally, but first needs to determine if that will be a wise business decision. The vendor can use a DSS to gather information from its own resources to determine if the company has the ability or potential ability to expand its business, and also from external resources such as industry data to determine if there is indeed a demand to meet. The DSS will collect and analyze the data and then present it in a way that can be interpreted by humans. Some decision support systems come very close to acting as artificial intelligence agents. DSS applications are not single information resources, a database, or a program that graphically represents sales figures, but the combination of integrated resources working together. Hardware/software. Hardware refers to objects that you can actually touch, like disk drives, monitors, keyboards, printers, circuit boards, and chips. Software exists as ideas, concepts, and symbols, but it has no substance. Textbooks provide a useful analogy. The pages and the ink are the hardware, while the words, sentences, paragraphs, and the overall meaning are the software. A computer without software is like a book full of blank pages. You need software to make the computer useful, just as you need words to make a book meaningful. The distinction between software and hardware is sometimes confusing because they are so integrally linked. Clearly, when you purchase a program, you are buying software, but to buy the software, you need to buy the disk hardware on which the software is recorded. Applications. Software is often divided into two categories. System software includes the operating system and all the utilities that enable the computer to function. Application software includes programs that do real work for users. Application software, also called end-user programs, includes database programs, word processors, and spreadsheets. Figuratively speaking, application software sits on top of system software because computer is unable to run without the operating system and system utilities. Value of MIS. The value of MIS depends greatly on the user of the information, not even on the producer of such information. Information has a great impact on decision making, and hence its value is closely tied to the decisions that result from its use. Information does not have an absolute universal value. Its value is related to those who use it, when it is used, and in what situation it is used. In this sense, information is similar to other commodities. For example, the value of a glass of water is different for someone who has lost his way in Arctic glaciers than it is to a wanderer in the Sahara Desert. Information supports decisions, decisions trigger actions, and actions affect the achievements or performance of the organization. If we can measure the differences in performance, we can trace the impact of information, provided that the measurements are carefully performed, the relationships among variables are well defined, and possible effects of irrelevant factors are isolated. The measured difference in performance due to informational factors is called the realistic value or revealed value of information. Study section summary. In this study section, the meaning of MIS, its goals, characteristics, advantages, and the general concepts that matters about MIS was discussed. We emphasize its role on daily basis in industries and offices. This is the end of study section 1. Thanks for listening.